Ladies and gentlemen, CONMEBOL has just proven to be the most corrupt organization in all of world football. 6 weeks after the Copa America has ended, they finally decided to hand down the fines and the suspensions for the Uruguay national team players who were involved in the fight with Colombian fans in the stands after their semifinal match. Why wait 6 weeks? That's the first part. We'll get to that in a second, but let's talk about the actual fines and the suspension. So Darwin Nuñez was at the forefront. $20,000 fine for him and a 5-game suspension. $16,000 for Bentancur and a 4-game suspension for him. $12,000 for Jimenez, Olivera, Araujo, and a 3-game ban for them. And then $5,000 for Viña, Cáceres, Rodriguez, Martinez, Melé, and Pelistri. So this only applies for international competition. It does not affect them with their clubs, which means Darwin Nuñez is free to play for Liverpool. He will be missing some World Cup qualifiers for Uruguay, though. So, why is 6 weeks such an important time? I think the timing of it was done on purpose because right now we are at the end of the transfer window. So all eyes, all press, all media, every bit of news coverage right now is focused on what's happening in the transfer window. So the fact that they handed these suspensions and these fines right now is an easy way for them to kind of go undetected and for there not to be any negative media and press coverage on CONMEBOL. The other reason is the fact that if they would have done it immediately after the match, they knew that they were going to suspend some players. Those players would have not been able to play in the third place match in Copa America, which means not only do they lose the ticket sales, they risk Uruguay not having enough players to play the match. And all of that money that could have been given to CONMEBOL from ticket sales, merch, all that stuff on game day would have been lost for CONMEBOL. And obviously, when it comes to money, there's no way they're risking any income possible. Don't even get me started on the ticket prices for some of those matches because they were unbelievable. The thing that really pisses me off about this the most is the fact that CONMEBOL and not the organizers, but the security at the stadium just kept blaming each other and not a single one took responsibility for what had happened. After Marcelo Bielsa had exposed them in the press conference, talking about their failure to provide good organization throughout the whole tournament as far as finding appropriate pitches for the teams to practice and play in, safe ones, providing enough security at these matches between South American teams where it gets pretty crazy, providing enough security, which they failed to do, and also failing to provide an escape route for those families. So, as a player, when you see your family in the stands and they're being attacked by other fans, if there's babies, if there's wives, if there's mothers, whoever it is, if it's your family, your natural instinct is to go and protect them right away. So the fact that they're getting suspended and fined for protecting their families and defending themselves is an absolute joke. Now, I understand you can't fight fans, but the fact that CONMEBOL never addressed their failure to help prevent this situation in the first place is an absolute joke. And then they waited 6 weeks because they know they didn't want to lose the money from the ticket sales for those matches. I think it's bullshit. I think it's corruption in plain daylight. And I think the fact that they waited until right now, in this time when the transfer window is about to close, just proves that they didn't want any negative media coverage on top of what Marcelo Bielsa had already said in his press conference. So I think there should be more eyes on this. Let me know what you guys think. Is this appropriate? Is this fair? Should Uruguay protest? Because I think they absolutely should. And I think there should be an investigation done on CONMEBOL for their failure to organize a proper tournament. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think.